Hey everyone, this is Pixel Papa here with Retro Game Network. I am here with the one and only Dark Side Phil. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with his work, Phil, would you like to describe what you do?
Sure, absolutely. I am a Machinima partner. I have a YouTube channel, DSPGaming, on YouTube, where I do video game playthroughs, reviews. I have a couple original series out there, including Project 7, which is a gaming comedy series we're actually here promoting at TooManyGames. And yeah, pretty much in the past 4 years, I've uploaded over 20,000 videos to YouTube. One of the most prolific uploaders.
That number is pretty mind-boggling. Now, I know it's in your bio that you got laid off your job in, was it 2010?
It was end of 2010.
End of 2010. So just really quickly, describe what it's like to be able to go from the pits of the sucky situation of losing your job to doing what you're doing now.
It's crazy. I still can't honestly believe that I'm doing it. It was just like such a low point in my life, but I was able to flip it into such a positive thing. And now that I'm able to do something that I've enjoyed my whole life as my source of employment, it's just like, it's a dream come true. It really is.
Now being that your focus is obviously on video games, and you do a lot of retro game themed stuff too. Now tell us about what it's like for you coming to events like TooManyGames and just the retro gaming community in general.
Oh, this stuff is great. I mean, when I was growing up, I was heavily into consoles and stuff, but back then it was kind of like a niche thing, it wasn't mainstream. And now to come out and see there were so many people just like me who, when they were growing up, this was their hobby, to see, represented in artwork and all kinds of arts and crafts, that people love this stuff so much, and they're accurately recreating 8-bit sprites. I mean, it's amazing. And this year's TooManyGames was pretty much, I have to say, it's like twice as big as last year's. And to see that this kind of event is now growing, it's great for me. It's great not only for me because I get to appreciate the art, I get to appreciate that, but I'm also here to showcase my stuff. So it's like two positives at the same time, which is great.
Like everybody wins.
Exactly.
Now, speaking of artwork, I mean, I've seen you around for a bit now, and my positive experiences with you genuinely love and appreciate artwork. Now, just tell us about what is all this cool artwork you see. What does that kind of mean to you?
Oh, it means a lot. And like I said, this is the thing I grew up with. This is my hobby. This is part of the culture that I've been involved in. And to be able to appreciate and show appreciation, and I hang these things in my condo. You watch my videos on my channel, you see this artwork in the videos. So, I mean, even in Project 7, the first episode, it shows, I believe, some Square Painter's work, your work on the wall. So a lot of this stuff is represented there, and it's cool to see that this gaming culture is now coming into the mainstream, and people are now appreciating video games as art. I think for a long time that was the thing. Oh, it's just a game, it's just a thing that's not to be taken seriously. But now they're actually being represented as art. People are appreciating them more, and that's why I think events like these are very, very beneficial.
Oh, we love to hear that. So tell us what's going on in the world of Dark Side Phil right now. Now you've been doing Project 7, yes, and obviously keeping your channel up with the bajillion videos that you always like to upload. So what do you have in the works right now?
Well, obviously I'm going to keep up with all the new retail releases coming out. A little bit of a dry spell the past couple of months, but new games coming out, I'll obviously be covering those. Project 7 Episode 4, which we were actually here to promote, is going to debut by the end of June. I don't want to say for sure a date because our guys who do the editing and the filming respect the fact they're still doing post-production, but they assured me that they're going to try to get it to me by the end of this week. Actually, if that's the case, I'll definitely be debuting that by the end of June. So that's definitely in the works. I'm actually going to, once I get home tonight, upload the trailer, which we debuted here at TooManyGames. So that's going to be up on my channel relatively overnight. And yeah, just keeping up with all my weekly videos and the stuff that I do.
That's awesome, man. Now, do you have any super future plans in addition to what you're doing now? I mean, you give us a sneak peek into?
Well, what I can say is this: Machinima's been good to me, especially since I've become a partner. And just last week, they flew me to E3, and I covered E3. I made 90 videos while I was there.
Oh my God!
They were thrilled. They were like, "We flew all these people out. You were the only person who really covered the event in full." It's looking like they may want me to cover other events, and that's great.
Oh,
if they can get my foot in the door of PAX, if they can get my foot in the door of any of these events, that would be great. I'm not saying for sure that's going to happen, but it seems like it might be going that way. Project 7, we are going to go on a couple months hiatus, but the next episode we're planning to debut at the end of October. And if you know what happens at the end of October, you probably have a little insight into what the episode will be related to. And that one we're going to try to go all out. I'm going to try to get a filming location that's really professional. We're going to try to have the best effects, everything that we've done so far. So look for that as well. And then just keeping up with the holiday season, and that fourth quarter of the year is so heavy with all the major releases. I'll be covering them all, so it's going to be pretty busy.
Well, thanks a lot, Phil. We really appreciate your time, man. Thanks a lot.
No problem.